Okay, so um, I believe I ended with agoraphobia and me getting past that after my divorce from my first husband. Um, with both of my pregnancies, I have a daughter and a son. My daughter I had at 16, um, and I gained probably, I'd say about 80 pounds with her. I know you think that's a lot. This, I believe, was taken about probably when my daughter was about maybe 2 years old. So I lost a lot of weight by this time. Um, with my son, I gained even more than that. And I had health problems the entire time. I was pretty much bedbound the entire time I was pregnant with him. Um, pretty much from the time I started showing, and I started showing at a very early part of my pregnancy. I think I was only not even 3 months at the time when I started showing with him. And from that point on, I had lots of pain. I don't know if it was from my fibromyalgia, and I don't know if you'll be able to see this very well. Yeah, it's kind of glary, but that is about how big I got with my second pregnancy. I was about 200 and about 210 there, I suppose. Um, then after I was after I had my son, and it was after my divorce, not too long after my divorce. That was 2 years after the picture I just showed you. When my divorce happened, uh, I guess this was in between 2010 and 2011. I guess it had to have been 2010. I was diagnosed with gallstones. Um, Again, I was 210 pounds. And then I went from 210 over the course of a couple of years from 210 to 102. I'm back up to 130 pounds now. I'm 5'2", so that is barely, that's average for me. Um, uh, I don't know if it was the gallstones. I did not have my gallbladder taken out. I actually still have gallstones. I've not had a gallbladder attack in over a year. I do not have pain. Uh, I control my gallstones, my gallbladder attacks with diet. I stay away from high fatty foods. I don't know if that's what helped me lose my weight, um, but it seemed to just fall off of me without me even trying to lose weight. I don't know if that has anything to do with what is wrong with me, whatever my diagnosis is right now. Um, but that was, that was part of all of that. I think the weight loss. Let's see. Uh, yeah. And now we are up to the point where, I had the agoraphobia at 22, 23 years old. I lost all the weight and everything, and then now we're up to age 24, which was last year. And that is, which of course I'm leaving out a humongous part of my life. Um, I guess it was probably about 5 months after my divorce, 4 or 5 months, I met a guy that ended up being a really good friend for a long time. And last year, um, me and him moved in together. And first, we just tried everything out just as friends. And it didn't take very long for me to fall in love with my best friend that's sitting over there playing on the computer next to me, right outside the screen. um, Brian has been my major support system, along with my family, throughout all of this. And we're not married right now. We're not married yet. My health problems have pushed our wedding plans back over and over and over and over. But we are engaged, and it's disappointing to not be able to have a wedding because you're so sick you can't. But I fell in love with my best friend, and it was not very long after him and I started living together and fell in love with each other that all of my health problems, my current health problems, began. It started out, we had just moved into the house we're in now. We started out in another house, and then very shortly after that we had to move. And when we moved into this house, we were probably here. We moved in, I think, in February of, is it February, I think? Anyways, we moved in February, I believe, this year, 2012. That was whenever it really, really got bad. I was already starting to have symptoms when we were in the other house. Like in October of last year, I was starting to have little symptoms, but when they really, really, really started becoming noticeable, I remember one night, we had not been living here for very long, and we were watching a movie, and all of a sudden I said, Brian, I just feel really bad. And I dug out our thermometer, and I was running a little bit over 100-degree fever. And I remember crying because I've had this feeling for so long that there's something wrong with me. And I wasn't sick at the time. There was nothing going on. And, at the time, Brian said, "Oh, babe, people run fever, it'll be gone tomorrow." It's never gone away. It's never gone away. I've had it every day. And that was just the beginning. So I will end this at the very beginning of my symptoms currently, and fill you in on that next video.